Majority y'all just be capping and the moving steady batting, but y'all can't hit it.
It's you, it's me, it's episode 3. Welcome back to Respectfully Disrespectful. How you doing, Vlad? How's your week been?
My week? It's been great.
It's been good. We watched wrestling yesterday and Saturday.
Oh, dude, I always, you know that at some point in my childhood, in our childhood, when I found out that WWE is fake, it, ruined everything for me.
Did it really?
Well, yeah, that's kind of when it was, but then I think back to it, I'm sitting there, I'm like, how is I such a stupid fucking kid?
No.
How could I sit there and, look at it and think that this shit was real? The shit that these fucking superstars do.
Well, it's not it's scripted, but it's all real. Like, you still see these people falling from ladders.
Yeah, with the strikes and all that shit, it's all fake. It's it's all...
The strike, yeah, but, drop kicks, power bombs, all that shit.
I mean, listen, sometimes them bitches connect, but, usually it doesn't. Even when we watch, WrestleMania for the 2 days... you would watch, when they would do, their stomping and all this stuff. They're always, it's obviously, it's limited, that stuff. But I'm saying when I was a kid, that had, ruined it for me. When I had found out that these guys aren't actually fucking killing each other.
But,
just
well, I guess it's because the whole time you thought it was real. But it's kind of like watching a show or a movie. You know it's not real, but it's not ruining your shit, is it?
I don't know. When we were watching WrestleMania on the weekend, I was thinking of it in a different way. I felt like we were in the Coliseum, watching the gladiators fight and shit.
That's exactly what it is, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Well, that's like boxing or any UFC, anything like
any
that.
Sports combat stuff, yeah. It's all like that. But, I don't know. For me, I was, kind of going through nostalgia, if you remember.
Yeah.
Just because I was
Shawn Michaels pulled up.
Yeah, man. That shit was great.
I always miss out on wrestling. I don't watch it week to week, but those big pay-per-views. I feel I think the last time before Elimination Chamber we watched Royal Rumble, I kind of made you pull up. You didn't really want to.
No.
Did you feel like your willingness to watch wrestling kind of grew over the past couple that I made you come here, Elimination Chamber and then WrestleMania? Because you felt I didn't have to ask you to come. I was like, hey, you want to come watch? You're like, yeah. And then the Sunday show, you're like, I want to watch it. Well, as before,
WrestleMania was just primarily what I wanted to watch, just because fuck it. But regardless, no, fuck WWE, fuck all that bullshit.
You're such a hater. It's so fun.
Nah, man,
It's so fun.
The regular stuff is boring as shit. But, this main thing that happens once a year, yeah, fuck it, I'll watch it. It was fun.
Well, I guess. It's most of their events are not regular.
I liked in Royal Rumble when Speed got fucking
speared in the middle of the ring, yeah.
That was real.
Cool. Yeah.
That was real as fuck.
Yeah, it looked like he took a fucking
There was
hit.
no selling it, no nothing. He didn't, brace his body. He wasn't ready for it. And he got the craziest whiplash and fucking slammed against the ring.
Yeah,
that
dude.
shit was great.
Well, it's branching out. I mean, you see, I was talking to my coworker about it. He was like, man, there's so many celebrities watching it. And I was like, I feel like it's always been like that. But he's like, nah, it's more now. Because we saw a bunch of UFC guys there yesterday. And Vanessa Hudgens was there. Who else was there? It was just a bunch of celebrities. And I feel like
they always showcase
they did. But wrestling's popping, bro. Wrestling is it's just a fun event. It's honestly so fun to just get with your friends and watch this nonsense. It's like a circus. It's I honestly don't know why so many people take it that serious.
I'd rather rewatch all the Twilight movies.
Nah, bro. Twilight was such a letdown. I feel like
Twilight, one of the best fucking series of movies I've ever watched in my life, man.
The first movie, sure, but there's no way you enjoyed all of it.
Dude, they were all so fucking good. I would do that shit again, man.
Weirdo.
They were so fucking good. I've never seen worse acting in forced situations in my life before.
I don't know. I've seen all of the Twilights before, but I never saw the last two more than once. I think I seen them when they came out or something, but
I think we need to talk about what the fuck is even wrong with
Twilight.
The fact that little girls grew up on that shit, and then we, with our adult minds, sat and watched all these movies. It was terrible.
Well, I think the thing about Twilight that's weird is I get that it's can you look up what the rating for Twilight is? Is it PG-13? I know it's not R, but like
Well, they don't curse.
they don't curse. But my thing is like this is obviously catered to like young girls. You know what I mean? So, because I remember when I was a kid and my sister was like 16 and like 15, they loved Twilight. I remember all the bullshit. Like,
I'm sorry, bro. This guy typed in what is Twilight's rating. Why don't you just type in the movie and see?
it's fine.
Never
PG-13. So it's okay. So
yeah,
it's
there's
so
no
it's for-
cursing or anything.
so
and,
okay. So it's for teenagers, but it promotes the most like toxic fucking behavior.
You know,
ever.
there is like kind of gore in it though.
The heads falling off.
Well, like when they rip off arms and they rip off heads.
I feel like they don't
shit.
show it enough though. It's usually just like a little bop, and then they'll like
well, they do
pull the
like
camera.
crystallize.
Yeah.
So
The heads
There's
were
no
weird.
guts
Though.
and all
Yeah,
that
there's no like
shit.
actual gore. But yeah, Twilight was weird because the first movie I think most people have a soft spot for. It's like very like classic girly romantic, this guy like getting involved. But I remember it was always promoted for like young adults. Well, not young adults and teenage girls mostly. And it's crazy that you're watching this as an adult and you're just seeing all these toxic like character traits for the boyfriends and stuff, right? Edward is just straight up a creep. He stalks her, he watches her sleep, he like follows her. Jacob forces himself on her, like when he kissed her and she had to punch him. And the worst part about it is as you're watching it and you're like, damn, this is crazy, it gets like a billion times worse. You know what I mean? Like towards the end where, spoiler alert, Jacob imprints on her baby.
fucking file.
Dude, they try to explain it as like something like an ability that werewolves have where that's how you know that's your mate. It's like a connection you feel with someone, and it's not, you can't control it. It just happens naturally. And this dude just happened to have it naturally with an infant. And like they try to make it cute, but it's literally grooming because the rest of the movie.
Wasn't he getting these like visions of the future while the baby was still in the stomach?
Yeah, I think that's what was happening.
He was starting to
like,
see what
yeah,
she
yeah.
would look like and all that
fut-
shit.
yeah,
and he
yeah,
started
yeah.
falling in love, and I'm sitting there, I'm like,
Which is straight up grooming.
yeah, dude, this is not correct. And then, you know, as we finish the Twilight movies, I sit and I think to my like dating experiences, or not just dating experiences, but any like girlfriend I've had, not like romantically,
Yeah.
just a friend that's a girl, and they would
Yeah.
tell me stories of their experiences with guys, and I sit there, I'm like, well, you put yourself in this situation, you know, like you brought yourself towards this toxic this, that, and then
It's not always, but
no, I know I'm saying, but like
in your case.
yeah,
Right.
you know, they would tell me these stories, and the worst part is that these stories would continue and continue. There would be like a part 2, part 3. I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is like the Twilight movies. Like you didn't get the hint the first fucking time, and then you keep doing this. You probably watched Twilight.
Well, but it often is like an emotional thing, right? Like you could argue the reason Bella was getting into a bunch of shit was because she was like feeling this kind of way about Edward and all that other stuff. You know how they say love makes you do crazy stuff? That's what it is.
Yeah, but she felt that way after like knowing him for like 40 hours.
My problem is, can you also look up if like there were like parents who had issues with Twilight? My problem is that like we as a society, I feel like just accepted that that's what it is. I was talking to my coworker like a while back. She told me the author of the Twilight movies is I forgot what it's called, Mormon or whatever. So it feels like, I don't want to go there, but you know, feels like people who are deprived of these kind of things will romanticize it. What does that say? Some parents express concerns about the Twilight series, particularly their romanticized portrayal of the obsessive and potentially unhealthy relation. Yeah, see, so like, yeah, I mean, what we're saying is not some kind of like genius thought.
Well, let's see what it says after. There's also like a crazy part about the movies. I mean, it talks about murder, abuse, depression, suicide. Like, remember she was trying to put herself in danger. She was trying to kill herself just so that she could see him this one last time.
Yeah. And
That's
little
fucked.
and like children were watching
That's
that.
fucked.
Yeah, that's not. And then Vlad's over here like, I love this movie.
For the wrong reasons, though.
You're the toxic boyfriend. The guy who was like, Vlad was just noting everything. He was like, oh, that's okay. I gotta watch her
So
sleep.
I am doing this shit right.
Is this the problem? I didn't watch her sleep.
Oh my god, dude! You just reminded me
Of
when
what?
he was fucking watching her sleep and
So
shit.
weird, dude.
It's fucking scary. Like that movie's fucking scary. It's fucking creepy. Like you got, I remember that time too when like everyone on like Facebook, all these teenagers were like, "Oh,
Team
what are
Edward.
you, Team Edward,
Yeah,
Team
yeah, yeah,
Jacob?"
yeah.
And we as like teenagers, we didn't watch it, so we weren't a part of all that stuff. But then you think about it back, think about it now to back then, and it's just like, dude, like everybody was just consuming this fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
It is. It is. I
Like you said, you have the toxic fucked up dude, and then the pushy aggressive dude.
Yeah, you have literally all
Like
levels of toxic.
Yeah, and that's I feel like the main problem that a lot of girls have with their dating life. You'll have a toxic guy who's a bit insecure, who'll try to be controlling, and then you'll have that guy who's just a bit too fucking pushy and won't take no for an answer.
Too confident.
Yeah, just won't take no for a fucking answer.
So which one are you? No, I'm playing. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought this was weird because as I'm watching this as an adult, I'm like, oh my god, like kids were watching this, and then you know what I don't get, like.
Me, I'm Bella.
No, you're not. You're definitely not Bella. Why did vampires become this sexy thing?
I don't know.
I'm curious what the history of that is, because if you look at like the old Dracula movies, they were also kind of, you know what it is? It's probably that whole thing of like you gotta woo the girl, you bite the neck. It's all like sexy.
I think it's just about the neck.
But it's all
It's a
yeah,
very
like Vampire
sensual- I
Diaries.
think it's a very sensual spot, so I think it's literally just about the neck.
But the wolf
maybe
bites
that
your neck
maybe
too.
maybe the you know how they always put vampires as these guys with these fucking razor sharp jaw lines,
Right,
with their
sexy
teeth and
guys.
yeah. So
It's
like,
always sexy guys. I don't understand like what it is. Every show about vampires, it will only, you know what it is though? It's probably TV. Like you need a sexy person on the screen. You're not gonna watch it if it's. Can you imagine me as a vampire? It would be laughable. Like it would just be embarrassing. You know what I mean?
I think it would just be a serious movie instead.
They would call
fucking Van Helsing would pull up.
if
and
I
shit.
was in Twilight, they'd call the police on me. You know what I mean? Bella would rather suffer for Edward. She'd call the cops on me. She'd be like, "Yo, this is
All
weird."
right, bye then.
Imagine, done, movie's over, 30 minutes. I'm outside of her school. That's another thing, dude. He's like 100 years old, right? Or what? Like around there. How old is Edward? I don't know. And he's constantly going to school.
Yeah, he's also a fucking file.
You can't say that. You gotta say PDF file. I'm gonna have to bleep it. Yeah, he's 104, bro.
Not allowed to say that word.
I feel like I need to look up the like people don't usually fuck with the Alt F4 word and the PDF files. You gotta kind of.
It's a fucking problem though.
It is a problem, but listen, I'm not. I think we're okay because we're kind of under the radar. We're really big in Indonesia though, so like, so over there we're gonna have to pull some strings, dude. Oh my God. So what else did we do this week? Well, we had a fucking amazing dinner yesterday for Easter, and I wanted you to pull up. Why did you not come?
I was celebrating our own holiday
The
that I practice every day.
Man, we had so much food.
It was nice outside yesterday.
It was
too,
really nice
so
out.
I wanted to be outside.
Well, the weather's just getting good in general. I'm so
Yeah.
happy, bro. I'm telling you, I feel like this winter, I've never like, you know how do you get that where like,
seasonal depression.
yeah, and the weather really affects your mood?
It's for me. I told you before. Like, the worst month is actually the last month of the.
Oh, when
the coming from winter to spring. So
right.
April is my
It's
worst.
the worst?
Is my worst month. Just because it rains all the time, so you get those gray days. And
But everything's growing as well. You're like outside and like the trees are growing and like flowers are blossoming.
I'm sure I love the pollen, man.
Still, but I feel like April for me, just visually, I'm like, oh my God, we're almost out of this shit.
I get that, but it's also when you're like outside and you look up at the sky, you can't see the sun like that. You know, it's gray as fuck.
I
There's
guess.
clouds everywhere. Or if you're home and you look outside and it's gray, like I just I have injuries in my body that persist. So on
right.
those days, like my knee hurts, my foot hurts, my right shoulder hurts, and especially my lower back.
Dude, I couldn't believe that. Like, that's actually legit. Where
And I get headaches, like every time that it's gray outside, I get headaches.
See, Marta always tells me
I could
that.
swear, and
I
every
always
girl
tell her.
that I've ever known in my life has also told me that shit too. They're sitting there and they're like, oh, my head hurts. It's probably like gray outside or something like that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, am I a woman? Like,
Yeah. What?
like I have these same fucking problems.
Dude, I know it's like, it's a real thing that it affects people's like not only mental state but like people get headaches and shit. But I always felt like it was bullshit. I've never been like I don't get headaches because it's gray out.
All the time for me, man.
I'm just built different, bro. Everybody's just weak.
And I don't think it's like psychological where I'm like, oh, usually
Placebo.
Yeah, it's definitely not that because I will like not know that it's gray outside. I'll wake up and my head will just fucking hurt, and I'll look out the window and it's gray.
You're imprinting on someone. You just feel
Don't
it.
even fucking.
He's going ghost, dude.
Don't even fucking start with me on this imprinting shit. God damn, that movie's fucked.
But you loved it. Would
Yeah,
you watch
dude.
it again with like a
Yeah.
girlfriend or something? You'd watch it?
Yeah,
I feel like
dude. There's just something about like the fucking score, dude. Like the way that the director put that shit together, forced all of that fucking shit that just wouldn't happen in real life. I'm not talking about the mystical stuff like the vampires and the werewolves and all that shit.
talking about just the relationship.
I'm just talking about how people communicate with each other. Like this isn't real life, dude. When you're watching this movie, I'm like, people don't fucking like this. Isn't
They don't do this.
Yeah, they don't do this, man. Like shit's just too forced. Like in that situation where what the fuck did Jake do? Where he thought that he was gonna fix everything, so instead he went and told an outsider, which was Bella's father, that he's a werewolf, and he showed.
Oh yeah, that shit
This.
was so pointless.
Pointless, like for what? That did nothing. Instead, you just put him in danger. And
Because
it's just,
Bella still couldn't tell her dad that she's a vampire.
and but again, he's this guy who just can't take no for an answer.
Yeah, it was all really forced.
That's literally why he did it. He couldn't take no for an answer. He didn't like her option, which she wanted to do. He's like, fuck that shit, and did what he wanted to do.
Yeah, dude. I'm happy we got through it, but I don't ever want to watch Twilight again. Unless it's the first movie. The other ones are just too... It's exhausting. Like...
So you're saying when we have kids, and we'll all
no
gather
way.
at your house.
No. You would want to watch it with kids? You out of your mind, bro?
That's the whole point.
Indoctrination,
That's the whole
dude.
point that we're making here.
Indoctrination. Yeah, so, I mean, we had dinner, and then I talked to Max and Valerie, and they told me about how they went to the club over the weekend, and Max was just telling me how much fun he had at the club, and it reminded me of like everything I feel about clubs, and how you and I completely differ on this topic.
Just fucking bullshit.
Let me say this. The club, like, I hear this all the time, right? Oh, what if you just want to dance? If you're a girl and you want to dance, and I understand someone's going to get outraged about this. If you're a girl and you want to dance, you probably want to go to like a gay bar or something because you are not like I'm just saying
Which
I've seen
actually heard before.
I've
From
heard that
girls,
as well.
yeah.
I just know what happens in clubs. You're a girl, you go there, and you're in a pool with fucking piranhas. Like, you are a target, and it sucks, but that's why you go to a different place, right? If you're a guy, like, I don't believe it. You go there just to dance? I don't believe you, bro. Go dance at home, bro, okay? 2,
What the fuck? You think I have such a sophisticated fucking sound system to fucking really enjoy it like
I'm sorry,
that?
I feel like if you go to the club, you want something like... Hold on, I'll be careful here because I don't want to say something fucked up.
No, motherfucker, because you don't understand this shit.
Okay,
the
yeah,
whole,
go ahead.
It's
Go
the
ahead.
whole concept of being out around other people.
You talk to them? You can't even hear each other.
Oh, that's not true. I mean, if you're fucking right next to the person...
Do-
I can't tell you how many times I've had great experiences just fucking chatting about random strangers in the club.
In the club?
Yeah.
You can't hear anything.
That's not true, man.
I've been one time.
That's if you're all the way up, and
I've been one time.
Even if, dude, even if you're all the way up where the stereo system is, you can still like, yeah, it's hard. I'm not
It's
gonna,
garbage.
especially because I'm like hard of hearing. So fucking sometimes like there would be somebody like screaming at me, and I'd be like, what? They're still saying it like 5 fucking times to the point that I give up. I'm like, they're like, it was a question. I'm like, fuck. But regardless, I mean,
No. If you listen to me carefully, motherfuckers, if you go to the club, you're a piece of shit. All right? Let that be known. Because I'm telling you, if you go to the club and because
and
you want to socialize.
I can't say PDF file, and he can fucking go off and spew this bullshit.
Listen, if you go there to socialize, you're just lying to your fucking self. The club is the most exhausting shit. The amount of times I've heard you say, I'm going to the club, and then the next day, you're like, oh, the DJ sucked and shit. First of all. Second of all,
It's like playing roulette,
bro,
though.
how expensive is it to like be there and drinking? So I know what you're gonna say. Oh, you pregame, you fucking drink at home.
That's what
hey,
everybody
bro,
does.
that sounds like you're cheating the system. Why are you cheating the system? Because the system fucking sucks, bro. You're going to a club. It's loud as shit. It's full of obnoxious people, right? You don't know if the music's gonna be good. It's sweaty. You're gonna drink and you're gonna spend money, and then you're gonna make mistakes, right? You're gonna make mistakes because that's what people do. We make mistakes. How many people like? Also, if you're a guy out there and you're going to the club because you want to fucking meet a girl, hey, piece of shit. I'm not going to say it. I was going to go really rude right now. I'm not going to say it. Piece of shit. Don't do that.
Club isn't the best place to find a lover, so the bar is where I'll go.
Have you gone? Well,
Bars, I mean, for that stuff.
Bars are fine because at bars you could at least talk.
But let's not fucking. You're sitting here shitting on something that I enjoy. You understand?
I can't. It's stupid.
But it's just you got this subjective view on it. You're saying,
Okay.
One, the reason that you hear from me that I say, the fucking DJ sucked, is I'm a musician. I'm very fucking picky. I need to hear what I want to hear.
I've heard that from other people, not just you.
So, I mean, it happens. Like, it happens, sure. Sometimes there's a fucking bad set being played. But there's a lot of events. That's just when it's just a random, well-established club that has, this DJ on this weekend and this one and this one. Like, nobody, like that famous. Just a regular DJ who's just playing a gig.
Okay.
That's on regular events. Regular days, nothing special. But when you're coming close to like holidays and all this shit, you got some more well-known people. Now, for example, like for New Year's.
Oh, where you have to spend like $300 to get in.
See, this was different though. I knew what I was getting into because I knew who I was going to see. I saw beforehand that Zhu was going to play at this club in New York City on New Year's Eve. And I listened to Zhu a lot, and I've listened to him for years, and I love his music. So I bought the ticket because I knew he was going to be there. I knew that I was going to have a great time. So I went over there, and I had the best fucking time of my life on New Year's Eve.
Clubs, they're predatory, bro. This is my other problem with clubs.
Yeah, you do see like
you have promoters, which is just disgusting. You have a guy who brings in like 15 girls and he gets in for free. They get in for free. There's a reason why clubs do that, right?
The promoter is like a guy who's like with the club.
That's okay. That's fine. But I know for a fact.
His job is just to bring in some baddies.
I also know for a fact that they also do like some freelancing shit where they'll connect with the club and be like, I'll bring 20 girls.
Yes.
And that's fine. They do bottle service, all that bullshit. It's predatory as fuck. The reason they let girls in for free all the time is because you attract men who are going to go in there and spend a shit ton of money. And you're going to also
take them to the bar, buy them
and then
drinks.
you're going to create a sausage fest fucking atmosphere. So that's already just, in my opinion, like if I was a girl, I know like clubs use you most of the time. I'm not going to say all of them because I'm sure there might be some club owners, promoters, all that bullshit. It's like wrong to me. And then the amount of money like you spend just to get in.
It's not always that bad though. Some places are free if you get there by a certain time. Actually, a lot of places are free if you get there before, but then you're dreading your time there because you're fucking sitting there waiting till like 11 o'clock, 11:30 for shit to fucking pump up and stuff.
And I want this to really resonate with people who think the club is a good example of who you're meeting. You are at a place where everybody's gonna look their best. It's the most misleading fucking arena in the world. You have people looking beautiful and then unrecognizable the next morning, bro. it's a fucking scam, is what it is. Everybody fucking smells nice. They got their fucking Gucci.
You
They
feel
got all
that's
this shit.
the case every single time?
Like 90% of the time, I guarantee you, because nobody I know, right? Me, if I was absolutely forced to go, well, first of all, a lot of clubs have dress codes, right? Those who don't, they still kind of like picky. Me, if I was absolutely gun to the head forced to go to a club, I'll put on a hoodie and I'll go. Nobody will do that, right? Because you're going there, most people hoping that you're gonna connect with someone, you're gonna dance with some guy, some girl, or whatever, and then something might happen, and that's fine as long as we're honest about it. Because when people tell me, "Oh, I just love dancing," dance at home, bitch.
I don't know, man. Because I'm one of those people.
Fuck
You
you.
see, like, I had, like, that's kind of like my reason for even going out in the first place. I know better than to take anybody in there serious. I mean, like, on the romantic perspective.
Right.
Like, you sitting there minding your business, somebody catches your glance, now you're playing the fucking I fucking game, then you go up, you talk to them and stuff. But in your head, this isn't nothing. This is pointless, and so I refrain from all of that. So truly, for me, I just want to fucking feel the music physically, hear it, get a little bit drunk, enjoy my time, and just dance it off. Literally. That's what I want from clubs. That's what I want from my experience of going out at night to these kind of establishments.
I guess. You know what it is? I also just feel like
I also just feel like you're fucking biased. That's all.
I am biased. I think
Yeah.
dancing is a grown man dancing is it's a punishable offense, bro. It's firing squad execution.
Motherfucker, bro.
There are a few things you can do as a man that makes you vulnerable as fuck. Taking your shit with an open door, dude, crazy, criminal. Dancing with your tight little shirt and shit like that, criminal, bro. And then I don't know, getting
Women
caught.
love it, man.
I'm sure, dude. I'm sure, but like criminal, and I'm talking about like public execution style, because it's in general. I don't dance. I think dancing is disgusting. I can't express that enough. But my problem with clubs is way bigger than that, because I'm telling you, the girls who say they want to just dance, totally fine. But that means you're totally okay with like these bunch of fucking guys, because of the club, putting you in that position, looking at you like a piece of meat. Like, that's just what it is. If I was a girl, I would go to a gay bar like all the time.
Yeah, that
or like
part
a gay
always
club.
does suck. Also, from like the bystander side, like, I will personally see this shit all the time. Every single time that I go out to a club, like, you just see these like fucking hungry dudes.
Yep.
Fucking getting closer, and they start becoming a problem to you, because now they're like, I can't even Ego has seen this shit before. Like, I can't tell you how many times we would like have an established little circle of people. We would find a little spot and we would stand there, and it's always crowded and shit. That's the one thing I hate about it all, but it's always crowded and stuff. But then you would see, like, in front of us would be like an attractive girl with her friends or something like that. And then from like the side, from behind or something, somebody starts invading my space because they're trying to fucking go talk to this one.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a very common fucking thing. And you always see, like, a guy come up, and it's always a very fast interaction. But it's kind of funny. Like, a dude will come up and he'll tap a girl on the shoulder. She'll turn
bro.
around, and he'll reel in to like say something to her in her ear, and then she'll turn around, be like this, and and like, blowing him off, and the guy will just stand there like an idiot and start doing this.
See, you can't
dancing
you can't,
in place
you can't
until
be caught
until like a minute or two passes, and he can start creeping out of there.
It's just, see, you have to have a tactic, and it's just, and that's the other thing.
I feel like that's just the wrong, like, it's a thing that's like what I feel like everybody, to be honest, goes to the club for, is to like hook up with somebody.
Okay, you go with a girlfriend or something. Do you not feel like, well, you got to be prepared to fight people?
I mean, that's like a different dynamic. Like, I've been in those kind of situations before where I'm like with somebody that I'm not into.
Because some guys don't know that person's with you.
But I hate that shit. See, I don't put myself in that position. I don't like.
What do you mean?
taking out like a girlfriend of mine that I'm not romantically into,
Well, I'm saying
and like going to a nightclub with
you
her.
never would. You would never.
I have done that before, and I don't like it, is what I'm saying. Just because, as the guy, like, you feel this, fuck, I'm forgetting the English word for it, responsibility, and to kind of, like, protect her and
Right.
make sure she's okay. So now, motherfucker, I'm not able to enjoy my time.
Because now you're like looking like this.
I paid money to
Scoping it
I
out.
paid money. I took my time to get over there, too, to drive us and shit.
Yeah.
And now, like, she's enjoying herself. I'm enjoying myself. But I have to kind of, like, keep my eye out. And I got to keep looking around, make sure that no one comes up. And, like, if somebody comes up, you got to be ready to fucking come up to them and be like, yo, fuck off. And say it in, like, the most normal way you can. But nobody likes hearing that shit.
Yeah, of course not.
They'd be like,
Especially
yo, who
drunk
the fuck
people.
are you? Yeah, exactly. Yo, who the fuck are you? And they start pushing you and shit. You're like, come on, dude. Like, you do realize what's going to happen. I'm like, we're going to fight, and you and me are both going to get our ass kicked out of the club. Like, take it fucking down a notch. That's what I'm saying. When you bring a girl into the mix, that's where you can't have fun anymore. That's where it's about her. It's about her having fun, and you fucking standing at attention, being her security. I hate that shit, and I would never put myself in that kind of a position ever again.
So if your girlfriend was like, "Oh, Vlad, but I just want to dance."
Well, no, hold on.
Oh, yeah, what are you gonna say?
This is where it's different though. That's not has nothing to do with what I just said. If it's my girlfriend, if I have a girlfriend who's fucking wants to go out to the club, that's different. I will go out with her. We'll go to the club and everything. Guys can tell when you're like with somebody, and they won't fucking come up and do all that. I don't know
about all that. I think some people will test the waters.
I don't know, dude. If they fucking see you like, hand in hand or wasting all that shit and making out with your girlfriend or something like that, like nobody's gonna fucking shoot their shot to that, dude. They see that she's taken. Like, that's different. That's where I don't feel like it's security. I'm talking primarily about somebody that I'm not romantically into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like, the same thing towards me. Like, we're both there just trying to have some fun and shit. It's just like you gotta like watch out for that kind of stuff. And that's where you stop having fun.
See, exactly. It becomes like some kind of strategic game, and I don't know. I will never like clubs. I'll never support clubs. I think it's ridiculous. And if you really want to dance, people sing in the shower, dance in your fucking room, bro. This is not a problem. It's very fixable.
It's not the same.
I disagree.
Not the same.
I disagree. But it's fine.
I'm sure your wife would love if you danced with her.
She would, and
Exactly.
I told her that
Dancing with another woman is a very, very romantic thing that you can do with them. It's a very, very personal thing. It's just, I don't know how to explain it.
I can't do it.
You gotta just experience it, man. But you're not the type.
Yeah, I like feel myself fucking like hating life when I do.
Well, like I said, you're just not the type.
It's an awful experience. But it's fine. Well, we'll agree to disagree.
I didn't agree with shit.
Well, we're agreeing to disagree because you're not thinking of clubs the same way as me, and I'll never think of them the same way as you. It's fine.
To you, it's fine. To me, my heart breaks every single time.
Yeah, well, it's too bad, bro. Because drag Igor to go to the clubs.
He doesn't fucking like it either.
He's more open to go to it than I am.
Not really, dude.
I disagree. He's went.
He's literally, for motherfuckers who can't see the guy in the back.
Oh yeah, you guys are motherfuckers because you can't see.
He's literally sitting there doing this.
Yeah, but it's opposite day.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Dude, oh my god, there's been like a bunch of news I was gonna want to talk to you about. They had Star Wars Appreciation Day a few days ago. I don't know if you saw all of the stuff that got confirmed, but
it's like a national government holiday.
No, but so Star Wars Day is May 4th, and then this was like I think a convention they do. I think this one was in Japan. They do this every year, and they kind of just talk about the schedule going forward. So they released a few like things coming up. So Igor pulled it up. So we got Andor season 2. Have you seen Andor? I've never seen it, but my friends told me it was really good. So they got Star Wars Tales of the Underworld.
Not interested in those fucking rebels.
Hold on, but there's a Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out next year in May. And They
Dude,
have a dark.
why don't they fucking? I hope somebody from fucking Disney is sitting here watching this. I know you're not.
In Indonesia.
Why don't y'all fucking make a Mandalorian game? Like, do you not understand how much fucking money you will make over making some open world fucking game where you're going around collecting bounties and then you fucking meet Grogu
They
or some
did. Star Wars
shit?
Outlaws.
Fuck that, man. I fucking bought that game. I started playing it and stuff, and I was like, you know what? This is really fucking cool. And then I started like doing like those side objectives and all that shit to complete the map. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, I don't really want to do this no more. I'm like,
Felt like a job.
this is boring. This is so fucking boring. Like, this story's fucking boring too. Who's this bitch? Why the fuck do we care about her?
You can't.
Who's this female?
No, dude, that's not better. Like, that's not better. Let's move on, dude. They announced the Darth Maul series.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, 2026, so that they're gonna push it. Starfighter, that's a new, I think it's either show or movie. It's gonna have Ryan Gosling in it. And I think it's set 5
Gonna be
years.
singing.
Him in a starfighter just
I know when the highlight blinks.
Ahsoka season 2. Bro, you know what the problem with a lot of these is, like look at that, May 28th, 2027. Bro, I might be dead. Like, hearing something's coming
Keep
out
talking about the club the way you do, then maybe.
or probably. Is that it? Can you scroll down? Is there anything more? I mean, Mandalorian season 4. So it's a lot of like Lando movie. Who the fuck wants to see a Lando movie? Somebody out there, I'm sure, does, but like, there's a new trilogy in the works. In general, there's a lot of Star Wars news, but there was also a few games that got
There's another Rogue Squadron.
yeah. Well, because that Rogue One was a good movie. Have you?
I don't know. Didn't it get a lot of backlash? I could be talking on my ass, but I could have sworn it was one of the movies considered to also be just fucking hot garbage.
No. I think Rogue One was like one of the better ones in the new Disney era of Star Wars. But you know what is cool about like all of this is, yeah, Star Wars Zero Company got announced. Eclipse, yeah. Knights of the Old Republic is gonna just take forever for it to come out. I don't know, but you know what's crazy is that when we were kids, it felt like you'd have to pray to God that somebody's doing something with Star Wars, and now, like, you could be a kid and you go to Disney Plus and there's just so much Star Wars.
Motherfucker, you don't remember Jedi Outcast?
Come on, bro.
Well, it was a cool game.
Yeah, but like, they're so shit.
You even control the lightsaber yourself, bro.
That was the Xbox one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever the consoles they had it on and shit.
Okay, but
I'm
still,
sure it was a computer game too.
but that was the first. There was like Star Wars Force. What I'm saying is, it took a lot of years for like Star Wars to start picking up and shit like that. Because now, it's like, I mean, it feels like they realize it's making so much money. You go on Disney Plus and you're a kid. Oh my god, bro! For days you just sit there watching all these shows.
Imagine Rockstar.
No.
Fucking linked up, right, with Disney, and they fucking made a Mandalorian.
You mean linked
game.
up?
Linked up with Disney and made a fucking Mandalorian game. Rockstar. Give these motherfuckers, I don't, who gives a shit?
They
6
would.
years,
Why would they
whatever the
ever
fuck.
do that?
Because fucking money. This whole world, everything in this world is about fucking money. It's terrible.
Speaking of money, you realize that Rockstar is gonna be milking GTA 6 for like the next 15 years.
And that's fucking horrible.
You know who's to
But
blame?
at the same time, good for them. Because, yeah, who's to blame? Motherfuckers like you, motherfuckers like me.
Motherfuckers that go to the
Who
club.
fucking eat that shit up, man.
Do that again. They do what? They eat that shit up.
I meant like a cereal box.
Speaking of money, have you ever dabbled in the world of female Twitch streamers?
I don't watch Twitch.
Booty streamers. So people have found a way of
Booty
finessing.
streamers?
I'll explain something. People have found a way to finesse Twitch, especially like attractive girls, where they will sit there in like skimpy outfits and shit. This is really rude because I'm about to talk about a person who I don't think is a booty streamer, but I've just heard bad shit about her. I'm pretty sure you don't know who Pokimane is, but she's a Twitch streamer. I think she got some heat over a couple of days ago. She was posting some stuff on Twitter, I know, and people started like shitting on her. And then she had a live stream where she was, who is she with? Jason, who's like some.
I think it was his stream.
It was his stream. She was like on the stream with a guy, and she said a comment about rich people. So can you play that? Keep in mind, like, people already, like, she's not the most popular like person out there, but.
Do you think someday we'll have a revolution like that in America? Right? It's getting there, right?
We already have one.
Another one.
What's going on?
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that shit.
No, wealth disparity.
Wealth disparity.
Pause it.
Wage gap is like between men and
The
women.
wa-
Men and
Like, my problem already with this is like you have. I know Pokemon's rich as fuck. I don't know who this other guy is, but I'm gonna
He
assume
had no
he's-
clue what the fuck she was even talking about just in that second.
But like, I can't stand this. Like, it's gonna sound unfair because I'm sure rich and wealthy people can have these like thoughts and feelings. But every time I hear like a really rich person be like, the wage gap is just fucked up. It's like, what do you know about it? Like, really, what do you know about it?
I guess it's just, trying to fucking.
She's
put
like,
out
the revolution's coming. You're gonna be the first one to get got. Eat the rich. I'm playing, but okay, keep going.
women, we love each other.
Facts.
And we hate the rich. Anyways. Too much.
Aren't you the rich?
No! Like the
Pokey.
ultra rich, the ultra giga rich, the
You have to
unnecessarily
clarify. They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad.
rich. Oh,
He's right.
You
The
gotta
ultra-
say
He got
you gotta
clipped.
say the billionaires.
the billionaires.
you are rich.
The Bezos.
You can't be saying that.
I am. I'm rich in friendship.
Yes.
So
I'm rich in friendship.
so she said we hate the rich, and I think so that has caused like a lot of people on Twitter to be like calling her out because she's a wealthy person. They estimated her net worth $6 million. I'm almost positive it's more than that, just because of brand deals and all this shit. Pokemon was one of the like largest Twitch streamers on Twitch, so for somebody who just streams and talks, even if you have a net worth of $6 million, you are like, what's the wealth bracket if like you're like a person with 10 million net worth, right? You're like above most people in the country. So even if you're talking about billionaires, it's like, don't save yourself by saying billionaires. You guys are all in that fucking thing. Look at this. Holds 9 million followers, like ranked 847 on Twitch. But then you got to think about how many people are on Twitch. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it's a whole fucking hard conversation, man. It's always like everyone always got, says that kind of shit. Oh, fuck the rich and all that stuff.
it's a popular thing to.
Yeah. But you see, like, with my line of work, right? Like,
Okay.
I need the rich. Like, if I want to keep working, like, I need the rich to stay rich, and it would be better for me if the rich get richer. Because then they start creating more jobs for me. You understand? And this is apparent for a lot of other things. Because if the rich stay richer and they have a lot of money, they just open up a lot of jobs. That's just how it fucking all works.
Okay, so looking at that, right? You would assume that America would just be flaunting with fucking jobs because we have some of the richest people in the world. And we're not even talking about multimillionaires or people with tens of millions of dollars. We're talking about mega rich, right? Like she said, giga rich or whatever, like the Bezos and I'm sure, listen, they do jobs, but Amazon is a whole thing where like people had problems working at Amazon, and that's owned by the richest person in the world, or one of the richest people in the world. And what is it? United States has the most billionaires with 902 billionaires as of 2025. You would assume we're all balling out here because they make jobs. Like the jobs you're talking about is like almost slave labor to them, right? You remember
Well,
those
that's
stories?
exactly what it is.
But that's not good. If you're a billionaire, trillionaire,
The point
whatever,
is that somebody has to do this job. You understand? Like, somebody has to do this job. So the fact that they have the money to initiate a project like this creates so many fucking jobs in the first place. Now, if we just dumb it down make it as simple as possible when we're talking about construction,
Right.
right? Now imagine this country went to complete fucking shit, and something happened. All the billionaires, all the millionaires just started fucking rapidly leaving, fleeing to the next big fucking country.
Right.
Right? What's gonna happen to me? Who's gonna start buying buildings? Who's gonna start fucking making projects? Who's gonna be paying my salary? You understand?
I hear that, but we're also, so I get you're saying this is how it affects you in your line of work, but if we're talking about society as a whole, it feels, you ever seen those weird statistics of like Jeff Bezos could feed all the hungry people in America, you know, those kind of like little factoids
I get
and stuff.
I get where you're getting at.
And I get you like you're, you know, if you're giving all your money away, you're not gonna be rich. But and honestly, like this is not even the main point. I think the main
It's also
point,
not their responsibility.
yeah, they don't owe people shit. But I
Yeah.
feel like if you're up there
They made
already,
their own wealth. Let them fucking live in it. Why the fuck do they have to share all that shit?
because that's just the society we
You
live
are
in.
no man. I fucking hate that bullshit. You are responsible for your own fucking life. The government's not gonna have no goddamn effect on that shit. All right, you're not making enough money. That's your fucking fault.
Every time.
What do you mean every time?
So you don't feel like some cards are stacked against you and are, you know,
Whatever shit you're in, you can get out of it. Just because you fell on your ass doesn't mean you have to sit there.
I feel like that's something you say when you have a good support system and like good, some people don't have that. And like,
It's not about that. It's just a lot of people, they fucking sit down, they get their 9 to 5, and they're like, okay, that's it.
I'm done.
This is all I need.
they settle.
Which, granted, is how life used to be. It's not like that no more. But you understand that
To buy a house.
a
and
lot
all
of
that.
people who are aware of this pick up their life and search for second income streams. And then these people live comfortably, where we call financially free. Because financially free doesn't necessarily mean that you're fucking rich. It just means that you don't have to worry about money because you're good. You're settled.
Right. But you're still talking about like, not every person could do 2 jobs, right?
It's not about 2 jobs.
Well,
A lot of things that people search for with second income streams are automated things.
yeah, but even that,
Motherfucker, if this becomes big, this could be a. You understand what I'm saying? Like this could be a second fucking income.
I do, yeah, and look how difficult it is. We could barely stick to a schedule. We we put together podcasts out of our ass because we're like, fuck, what do we talk about? But
I mean, I haven't read a single bulletin point, and it's fucking
Listen, it's-
47 minutes
it's
in.
difficult. I feel like when you get on your high horse and you're like, man, you gotta fucking grind, you gotta do this. Like it all sounds great, but then when you're working, when you're going to school, when like to you a day off.
Oh, I think like that. See, no, that part I understand. Like people who fucking take out loans and stuff for school and shit. That's just horrible, dude. They get fucked. They get fucked the most out of any fucking American in the goddamn country.
Igor's like right here. You're investing in yourself though.
No, I understand, but you know that interest rate, dude. That shit fucks you in the ass, and now you're stuck for like 15 years as if you're paying off some mortgage, dude. No, you're stuck paying off this fucking loan that you took so that you can get an education. It's a flawed fucking system. It is fucked up. It's just that, you know, that's a whole separate fucking problem. Now, I get that stuff, you know.
I think
But when you do find yourself this kind of skill that doesn't have to take so much fucking time out of your day. You understand? Even like an hour a day, even 30 minutes a day, putting into something that you feel
a
that
passion.
a passion that you feel can pull you out of the rut that you're in.
right.
It's just the fucking matter of doing it. You know, that's where everyone stops. Like comfort zone is the biggest killer.
Yep, I agree with that.
So it's just like when people sit there and they're like, well, you know, like my rent is, you know, $2,000 a month and I make $1,300 a week. So like, you know, 2 weeks will pay that off and another week will pay off food and all that stuff. So like, you know, maybe I'll have like $400 to myself by the end of the month that I could just save and I'll just keep doing that. And it's like, what are you doing with that money though? That $400 that you're fucking saving, you're not putting into a bank. That's taking your money from you just for storing your fucking money. It's not doing anything in there. And
Yeah, I think the problem is like for a regular person, a lot of that shit sounds like it's gate kept. Like it's like invest your money.
it's just the internet exists, dude. You know, we live in this time where you can just fucking go
I
off
agree
and
with
just
you.
fucking.
I think part of it is yes, some people are lazy and like they talk about changing something and then they don't do it. But my whole thing with like specifically like Pokemon and shit is when you are past like a regular person status and you're going like we hate the rich. What do you mean? Like, okay, you hate Elon Musk or like a billionaire. Why?
That's the question I was about to ask. Why?
They're probably gonna say, "Oh, there are people starving and shit," right? Which is like my other thing is like, I don't defend billionaires, but like, shouldn't the government take care of that?
Also, a lot of people who are in poverty or in the lower class societal structure, they'll shit on these rich guys and be like, that they fucking should be taxed more. Why?
I mean,
Like-
they could. What do you mean they could give more?
No, man, that makes no fucking sense. Like, I don't understand that shit, dude. It's like, it would make more sense if everybody had just like a set fucking number.
No, that makes no fucking sense.
But dude, imagine the fucking. It makes no sense, dude. Imagine like out of my taxes will come let's say like 18,000 or some shit
Okay.
like that, right?
but
then-
Elon
then-
Musk should pay 18,000.
No, but then imagine this fucking rich dude who's paying the same fucking taxes as me. This for the same fucking thing, but his number at the end of the fucking year comes up to $625,000.
That's totally fine.
That's fucked up, dude.
How?
It's like, why? Just because they make more money that they gotta fucking pay a shit ton in taxes?
Of course, because you can. Like you're paying a percentage. Like
Because you can. It's
it's
dumb, dude.
What are you talking about? If you are making, for example, if you're making 40,000, 50,000 a year and you're paying 18,000 in taxes, it's gonna hit you way more than somebody who's making $3 million a year and they gotta pay 300,000 in taxes. It's
Not true. That's an entire fucking property in Ohio that they could have bought.
cool, and you just almost gave 20,000 out of your 50,000 in taxes. Like, I think that's crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. If you are benefiting from this country to the point where like you have businesses and all that shit, you got to give back more to it, right? Because you can give more to it. You are like somebody going to work and shit like that and then paying their taxes or whatever, especially in like high
I don't know
tax.
if I really agree with that.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you're a billionaire, you're telling me a billionaire should be paying the same as like a fucking regular Joe? There's no way.
I just think the whole fucking taxes shit is bullshit.
Uh-oh. The IRS is like, huh?
Well, nah, like we live in New York, dude.
It's terrible
like,
here.
And like you just see, it's like you're paying this money, but like where the fuck is it going, dude? Why the fuck?
So that's a different problem. They don't. I think the big problem with taxes is they don't tell you where it's going.
Well, the reason I even started that conversation is I just think it's dumb that some people have the nerve to sit there and say, "Oh, but because they make all this money, they should pay more. Like that their rates should be higher."
The
You
rate should be
understand?
higher.
That's fucking stupid. No, we're talking about the percentage. I'm talking about the percentage, not the sum. I'm talking about, so like what's our percent like usually, like the range from it's like
20,
26,
right?
It's like 26% or something like that.
It's some crazy shit. I give
Yeah.
away like 25% of my paycheck every 2 weeks.
But it's like 26%. Now what I'm saying is it's like
Income tax or
it's,
yeah,
it's curious.
in New York State.
New York State.
That's sales tax.
New York City,
Yeah, in NYC.
not New York State. New
Income
York
tax,
City.
I guess. In NYC. It's gonna be something awful, bro. No, hold on. We're looking up something wrong.
Yeah. We're talking about, motherfucker, how much comes out of my check. We're seeing numbers of 4%, 5%. I'm talking about how much comes out of my check, bro.
We're looking something else. While Igor's on that, I will say this. I think if you are running a business and the first year you make 2 million, then you make 10 million, then you make 50 million, you should be paying more in taxes.
And the percent? We're talking about like your percent is different than what everybody else is paying?
Yeah.
That's fucked.
No,
No, the
how?
percent got to stay the fucking same. Make it make sense, dude. Make it make fucking sense. For what, dude? Why the fuck does this rich guy who built himself have to fucking pay this shit? If my fucking taxes is
Why does he have to pay this shit?
if my fucking taxes is that they take out from me on my income is 26%. Let's just fucking stick that number on.
Okay.
This rich guy who's only making $1 million a year should also fucking be paying 26% of his fucking income.
Oh, no. I think that's what it is.
That's what, motherfucker.
I
I
misunderstood.
literally fucking even explained. I said not the sum, the percentage has to stay the same.
No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, okay, yeah, fine.
That's why I started this whole conversation. That some people have the fucking
But-
nerve to say, "Oh, because that they make all this money."
But hold on,
put their number.
But that's
up,
what I'm saying. Hold
the
on.
percentage.
If a regular guy who's paid who makes, I don't know, 50,000 and then he pays 20% of that in taxes, a person who's making 3 million pays 20% of that in taxes. That's still a shit ton of money. That's way more than the guy, and that's how
Right.
it should be.
Yeah, and I'm saying that the percentage shouldn't be different. While some people have the nerve to say that based on your social class, that your tax percentage should be different.
Bro, I'm telling you, we're gonna get so much shit for this.
Like for example, with in 2017, when Trump took office the first time,
Uh-huh.
and he did massive tax breaks on
Businesses?
and like on the rich,
Uh-huh.
right? Got a lot of backlash because he changed that percentage. He changed that number. Now he had his whole idea in his head that give them more money so that they bring back more jobs. There was some statistics to prove that actually did something.
That's the point of view of a businessman.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, morally, that number got to stay the same. I don't fucking care that this guy is much richer than me, but
How are we gonna buy tanks?
you see what I'm saying? No, it's just like, it's not fair. Like, just because this guy, is ahead of much more people, that he's made himself, he's got money and shit, just because of this, he should be paying more percentage or less percentage? No, everything gotta be the fucking same.
I don't know if it's gonna be the same. I'm telling you, finance bros are watching. So anybody watching this in Indonesia who's a finance bro, is gonna be really pissed off.
I'm trying to like break it down in the most basic aspect of it, just morals.
I think just to close this
imagine
Pokemon chapter.
imagine you were this fucking rich dude,
and
then you're looking at your
I'll
shit,
never be rich because my opinion's like I want to help people.
and then imagine some fucking bullshit, and you're like, oh, because I make, like, let's say $1 million, they're gonna try to take 40% of that.
Easy money, bro.
That's something that they wanted to do. Well, specifically Kamala Harris. It was with the fucking stock market, dude. There was some fucked up shit that she had in her head that she wanted to do.
You're gonna label us as Trump supporters today.
That's not what I'm saying. At all.
I think the problem is almost anybody could tell you that. I think most people are sure that a lot of these people avoid taxes all the time. They have
yeah.
like loopholes and shit, and that is weird.
But so
to me.
does the common person.
Yes, but
Granted, if they can.
not
you know?
me.
Well, you can't if you fucking work in a W-2 job.
Yeah,
You can't lie about your taxes.
I'm an honest
it's all
boy.
it's all on fucking paper. It's all there.
talking about cash.
Well, right, but when you're talking about cash, now this is a 1099 or self-employed.
Yes, watch
Yes.
respectfully, disrespectful. We'll teach you how to scam the government.
Literally.
The IRS agents are watching this, taking notes. They're like, he has a tattoo on his face. Get him.
Where'd you get the money for that tattoo, boy?
Like,
Taxes.
bring it here, boy. Oh my god, dude, it's crazy because I want to talk about so much more today, and it feels like time just flew. But we covered good topics.
59 fucking minutes?
Bro, it flew, right?
What the fuck?
We talked about. We agree that clubs are terrible.
I think we took too long on Twilight.
We did talk a lot about Twilight.
Took way
shit-
too long on that
This
shit.
was nice and chill. I think the Georgie episode. Was
Jacob's a fucking PDF file
dude. I thought he meant the Jacob we know. I was like, what?
from fucking Twilight.
The last couple of minutes, I do want to end it off on something.
Like, the kid was still in her fucking stomach. And this man had a montage in his head of him on the beach with his unborn baby when she was already, like, of proper fucking age in his head, whatever the fuck that meant.
It's a ripe 8-year-old.
Edward
Terrible, bro.
is 100-something fucking years old, going to public school, high school, not college. That would be normal. That'd be normal if he went to fucking college and was finding some, like, was still kind of weird, though, if he's finding the fucking 18-year-old and all that shit.
Yeah.
But it's at least, like, legal.
Yeah, you can make the argument.
You know,
that
he's
it's
fucking
legal.
over 100 fucking years old. He's going to public school, high school,
Public school.
to riz up some fucking children.
Yo, bro, this is. Why would you do this at the very end?
What the fuck were the directors thinking, dude?
Hey, man. Just to leave this on a cliffhanger, you know who texted me the other day, and I don't know how to feel about it. Yo,
Yeah.
don't.
I hope you're watching this shit. Come to New York. You find out.
No, don't don't do that. He's not gonna come here, and I hope he doesn't.
He's not,
come
because
here.
he's bitch made.
Yeah, I kind of got like annoyed about it, to be honest, because it was from like some random fucking number, and he's like, "I'm back," and it's like, "Fuck you."
But you didn't tell him that.
That's because I don't know like what to even say. Like, I'm so emotionally exhausted that I'm looking at this and I'm like, bro, the fact that this person has the balls to like make it a joke to come back into like my life or some shit really pisses me off. And it was all because you guys mentioned
But
it.
when it was being done to me, you also thought that shit was funny.
Because, and I told you why, because you shit on him. You gave, hold on, I remember I made sense of this in my head.
Yeah.
I said it was funny when he was messaging you. Well, that's because he didn't do anything
Not
to
just
you.
messaging.
But he didn't really.
He showed up to my fucking place of work.
Oh, dude, that was funny though.
It was fucking hilarious.
It was really funny. Yeah, man, the time flew by. The next episode though, I do want to talk more about like AI shit. I want to talk to you about some conspiracy theory shit because I didn't get to do it this time. And you're gonna have homework, bro. We're gonna need I have something prepared for you. Some YouTube drama that you know nothing about.
Oh, dude, don't fucking put me in that bullshit.
You're gonna have to.
I don't care about internet personalities
You're gonna have to.
and all that fucking shit.
We need the opinion of the guy who knows
Wait, but
nothing
we're
about
becoming an internet personality.
it. Vlad's an influencer now. You're gonna get a blue check mark on your Instagram. Gonna get all the boys
Yeah,
and
we'll pay
girls.
$100.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. Didn't it cost $100?
I think that's some hacker.
Search that shit up, producer.
There's no way you could buy a blue check
How
mark
much does
on
the
Instagram.
how much does the verified
On
mark on
Instagram.
Instagram cost?
There's no way. I know hackers like do that shit.
Verified badge on Instagram.
There's no way it's $100. What?
It's a subscription?
Oh, this is bullshit. Anybody could have it on Instagram? I have a friend who has it, and I'm like, oh, dude, she's special. You ain't shit.
It's a subscription?
Well, that's what it is on Twitter. It's a subscription on Twitter. Twitter
What's
has.
wrong with people for a fucking check mark?
I thought about it a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, you look fly. You got a little like you matter. You're special. It's so smart. I can't believe it took him
Well,
this
you know
long.
what? Now that I think about it,
We got to do it. we got to do it.
I have a very bad fucking chronic voice crack condition. And, well, not a condition, but I passed down. Like, my father, he's 51 years old, and his voice still cracks to this day. So I sit there, I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I can't believe I'm stuck with this for life, man.
Just making jokes.
Yeah.
We're going to get the blue check marks, guys.
But imagine, that's what I wanted to say. It's kind of smart, actually. If you pay for that subscription for at least 1 month or something like that, get that blue check mark, and you slide into a girl's DMs, and she says a blue check
Dude.
mark message to her.
She's going to take her socks off, bro. She's going to be like... And lastly,
Yes. It's not bad.
I'm gonna dye my hair red if Arsenal win the UCL.
Yeah, he said that shit last time.
They didn't win the Champions. They didn't win the league. If they win the Champions League this year, I'm gonna dye my hair red on this podcast.
Like neon red.
Red. I don't know. We'll see. I have work, so like I don't want to be a freak at work, you know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, send it to your grandmother.
Or don't. I don't give a fuck.
Stop. Stop. We need the views.
If they watch this fucking far, it still counts as one view.
That is true. We'll see you next time on Respectfully
Thank you for spending this hour with us.
Disrespectfully.
Y'all don't know them, but
Stop
you
it.
talk that fire. On the website, talking all night, then your friend died. Y'all was born whipping in exotic shit Italians. If y'all hit us, then let your talent get expanded. Use the tally, couldn't count it for the fam. We gon' beat the challenge outright. Making love to the chick.